Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be creating this awesome card using the Technique Junkies Floral Mousse stamp. Technique Junkies offers a wide variety of red rubber stamps as well as other products such as stencils and inks, and you can use my discount code to save 10% off of your order. Let's go ahead and get started. My discount code will be listed above and also below in the description box. My plan is to ink up this beautiful image, which is a silhouette mousse with flower accents inside the mousse body with some ink and embossing powder. So I used VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. I used black embossing powder, and I'm going to heat this up. I'm sorry that I'm a little bit off the screen, but you'll see that this doesn't take long to heat up, and the effect is this real shiny silhouette image. And I really love the flowers and the silhouette accents that this stamp has to offer. I'm using Versamark ink for this mousse. The first mousse that you saw me stamp out, I used VersaFine Clair. This time I'm using Versamark, just straight clear embossing ink. And I'm going to see if there's any difference between the two when I go to emboss them, because I really want that floral detail to really shine through. So I'm making sure I'm getting a good amount of embossing powder. Don't forget to use your embossing buddy when you do any kind of embossing. That way the embossing powder only sticks where you want it to stick. And I'm just going to flip forward to show you what it looks like after I created these two. I used my scan and cut to cut them out. They both look great. I have an embossing folder that has pines in the background. It is a 5x7 embossing folder, and I want it to be smaller, so I'm trimming it down to the A2 card size. I'm going to be using 3 different colors of Distress Oxide inks to create my forest. This is Speckled Egg. I'm using the Dome blending brushes from scrapbook.com. I'll have a link below in my description box to my affiliate link for scrapbook.com. And I'm just trying to ink the center part of this where there are no trees, so the sky. And I have to tell you, the silhouette mousse images turned out great. My Scan-A-Cut cut them out for me, and so I think that it's going to stand out really well against this green background for this forest background. And I did fast forward this a little bit because I'm a bit of a slow crafter and figured that, my ink blending, which takes a little bit of time, was not something that you needed to spend a whole lot of time watching. So hopefully it's not too fast. The last section with the embossing folder that I trimmed down, I really made that go fast. After I'm done with the speckled egg, I have 2 other colors. I know that iced spruce is one of them, and I'm going to use that. But I'm trying to finish up getting into all these nooks and crannies with this speckled egg, which is really nice for our winter sky, by the way. Okay, so let's grab the iced spruce, and I also have my other color. Well, the iced spruce looks great on these pines, I think. I'm also blending in a little bit of the speckled egg. Oh, crackling campfire. No, evergreen forest. Hello, it's green. It's evergreen forest. It's the new green that came out from Ranger, and I just love this color. I think it's just perfect for pine forest. And basically, I'm just blending and trying to make my colors blend together well, make my trees stand out. I don't want to lose any of that detail of those trees. Going back in with some speckled egg and just blending the edges there so they're not so harsh. I don't know, it kind of reminds you of fog, like a foggy morning in the forest. I'm not too concerned about the trees on the bottom because they will be covered up with my mousse. I'm focusing more on the trees along the sides. These are the trees that you're going to see whenever you look at the card. And it just seems like the speckled egg really balances everything out. So I just keep on going over the trees with some of that just to make sure everything's filled in and there's not a lot of white showing through. This nice dark green color is a great way to finish it off. All right, now let's go ahead and put this down on a panel. So I grabbed some green cardstock. I guess this is considered hunter green. Whatever, it's a nice dark green. And I'm using some glue because my embossing folder has a lot of ridges where the area was embossed, and I just want it to set. I want it to adhere and be flush against the card panel. And I just turned my light on. Now you can see better. I don't know why I was crafting all that time without my light on, or one light. I have 3 lights that I use for crafting, so I try to keep it nice and bright, especially when I'm filming a video. Here we go. Here's our floral mousse. Isn't he adorable? I'm going to put foam tape on the back of him, and I am going to speed this up because it takes me a while to get the foam tape on. I'm just deciding which one I like the best, and I don't remember which is which at this point. Sorry. But I think the one with the Versamark, just the straight Versamark, not the Nocturne ink, turned out best because it was a nice thin layer of sticky embossing glue covered by a nice ultrafine black embossing powder, embossed, and then to look really nice and shiny. That's what the advantage of using embossing powder is. So bear with me here as I pull off a million pieces of foam tape backing off the back of my mousse. So I'm a new member of the Technique Junkies design team. This is only my 2nd video for them, and I'm having a blast. I love all of their stamps. I love their shimmer mist sprays. If you're not familiar with those, you've got to check those out. Just real high quality red rubber stamps, fast shipping at affordable prices. You can really get a lot for your money at Technique Junkies. Okay, so I'm going to use a sentiment. It says thank you. This is also a Technique Junkies sentiment stamp. I'll have it linked below as to the actual product number. But I put a piece of acetate down over my panel just to make sure that I'm stamping it straight. It can be a little bit tricky sometimes when you're using red rubber stamps. I would highly recommend using acetate to line things up and make sure that you have things centered. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to go ahead and clean my acetate off, and then I will be able to stamp onto the panel. Don't forget that I have a coupon code, 10% off your order at techniquejunkies.com, and that's TJ10 Tracy. Alright, I'm just taking my cleaner. I have some Windex, and I'm just cleaning that sentiment off. One thing about Catherine Polar ink, this archival ink that I'm using, If you use it on photopolymer stamps, it will stain your stamps, but with red rubber stamps, it comes off very easy. You don't have to worry about staining red rubber stamps. They're very durable. I guess I wasn't satisfied with where I put that thank you because I'm doing it again. Sorry, I thought I was satisfied. You see what I mean by I'm a slow crafter? That's why I fast forward my videos. One thing I will say about this floral mousse stamp, you can use it with any embossing folder. It doesn't have to be trees, could be flowers, could be anything. And of course, the sentiment that I'm using, it fits pretty nice in this space. And I always need thank you cards. So I was really pleased with how this turned out. You can also use a stencil in the background if you don't have any embossing folders. Just a lot of great ways to use this floral mousse stamp. And that turned out pretty good. I'm really pleased with that. I like the way the mousse is popped up with the foam tape. Gives it a little bit of dimension. And I'm going to show you a still shot of the finished card now. So don't forget to check out my description box below for more information about Technique Junkies and my coupon code and links to my other social media. If you're new to my channel, I'd like to encourage you to please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and leave a comment below. I read each and every one of your comments, and it means the world to me whenever I hear from you. Thanks a lot for watching. Here's the thank you card, the thank you stamp from Technique Junkies. And here's a photo of my finished card. Thanks so much. Have a hopeful day. Bye-bye.